Hello, friends and family. It's Marianne. Hello, everyone. I am Marianne from Made by Marianne, and tonight it is Sunday, March the 24th, and it is our third installment of Marching On of 2024's Made by Marianne. So welcome. Tonight we're going to do something pretty cool, I hope. I saw this on YouTube. I've seen it on Pinterest a couple of times as well, and I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. So I stole the idea and modified it to go on the Unique in the Creek large flower board. So here's our flower board, and as you can see, I have gone ahead and put the zip ties in and got it all ready for us. So this is what we're using this evening. I am excited about this project. I will show you what else we're using here in just a minute, but we're going to make a bandana sunflower. Again, I saw this from a few places on YouTube, and they were all using wire forms and cross-stitch backing or that canvas, plastic canvas, and I thought, no, there's a totally better way to do that. Now, whether or not it is a better way, I don't know. If you're going to like it, I hope so. I think it's kind of fun. But anyway, come on in. Tell me hello when you get here. Let me see if I can pull up your comments. I'm excited to see you. I hope everybody has had a fantastic Sunday. I'm pulling up your comments here on my phone. There we go. Let's see. There you are. Hey, everybody. Hi, Miss Diane. Welcome. Okay. So, now that I've pulled up your comments and I've said hello, let's talk about what we're using this evening. Again, this is our Unique in the Creek large flower board, and as you can see, I have loaded all of the zip ties here. I'm like in a weird position here tonight for some reason. And I have loaded rows. What row is this? I have loaded, I guess it'll help if I turn it the right way, row 2, 3, 4, okay? Because our center will go in the middle, so rows 2, 3, and 4, every set, and I have loaded them closed. So as you can see on the back here, 2, 3, and 4, okay? So that's what we're going to do with our large flower board. And then I have purchased bandanas in a gold color, okay? As you can see, they're just bandanas here. Normal old bandanas in a gold color. And I went with gold instead of yellow because the yellow was really bright. And I got 36 of these, or I think 40 of these for like 20 bucks. It was super cheap. But they come in a big old pack, and I got them on Amazon. So if you type in gold bandanas, they pop up. You'll find a million results. So gold bandanas, we're using these. You're also going to need some of this fusing paper. Okay, this is from Walmart. It is in the sewing section. It is called Ultra Hold. Where's mine? It comes in a red thing. It's called Heat and Bond, Ultra Bold, and it just sticks fabric together is all it does. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hi, Miss Laurie. And it just sticks fabric together. That's all it does. So you're going to need this. It comes in a big roll. It's about, $6 or $7. So you're going to need some of that. Because I decided that these flimsy little bandanas were way too, flimsy to put on our board. And when they were doing it on the wire frames, they were flopping all over the place. I just was like, well, that's pretty, but we can do it better. So I have a better way. You're going to need that Heat and Bond because it's going to make it stiff. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a second. You're also going to need a disc, okay, for your center. So these discs come there's 2 in a pack, and the camera's washing it out again. But there's 2 in a pack from the dollar store for $1. You only need 1, but grab 2 because you never know. So this is going to be your center. You're also going to need some rope. This comes from the Dollar Tree as well. Super cheap. $1 for a pack. Plain old rope. Nothing special. Okay. And then a U-pin and a pipe cleaner to go on the back so that you can attach it. Okay. And that's all you need for this project. Nothing special, nothing fancy. The only thing special that you're going to need is this heat and bond stuff. Okay? All right, so let me pull you down and we'll get started because I'm excited about this project. I've been working on it and I think it's going to look great when we get done. And as you've noticed, I haven't done the center because I wanted to show you all exactly how it works, and we're going to do it from start to finish tonight. So bear with me. Here we go. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to see you all. Here we go. Let's go. Now, is it straight or is it crooked is the question. All right. There you go. Okay. I think this is going to work. Let's get you back just a little bit. Okay. What do you think? Thumbs up? Are we good there? Can everybody see what we need to see? I think so. All right. Hi, sweet people. I'm so glad to see you all. I hope you had a fantastic Sunday. I already have my hair up, so I don't have to do that. So let's start with our center here. Again, you're going to need 2 of these. These came from the Dollar Tree. I mean, you're only going to need 1, but you get 2. Y'all know what I mean. Here I go. Just a crazy. All right, so here's our rope. Let's take our rope apart. I need a pair of scissors, and that's what I'm looking for. Here's our scissors. So I hope your glue gun is hot if you're going to do this with me. Okay, let's take our plastic off of here. And I make a lot of these rope centers because I figure, we're not going to use that one because if you can't tell, it's got a big old hole in the middle. I make a lot of these rope centers because the natural rope is beautiful with all kinds of flowers. Sunflowers, you can make it pink, you can make it green flower, yellow flower, red flower, whatever flower you want there. The natural rope center is beautiful. So what I do is, here's just a stick pin. I'm going to take the piece of tape off here that they have holding the end together because we will see that and I don't want it to be seen. So just the best you can, take it off. Maybe we should start with the other end. That's not as bad. I'm just going to go through here and try to take the tape off. It doesn't seem to, yeah. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this, oh, there's still some tape on there. Yay. Comes off. There we go. I'm going to make it in kind of, I'm going to scrunch it up as best I can, kind of make it a twirl. Okay. So see how I've kind of made it a twirl? And that's what I'm going to use my stick pin for. I'm going to take my stick pin and I'm going to stick it right straight through the middle here to hold it together. Ouch. See how my stick pin is holding my twirl together? Well, see, I've just stuck the stick pin through the middle here. Okay. And now I'm going to place a big dollop of glue where I think the center is. And I'm going to stick my twirl right there. And I'm going to press it down a little bit. And then I am just going to wrap, baby, wrap. Now you can take your pin out when you think everything is good to go. Don't throw it in the floor. Your dog might step on it, and Stella would be mad about that. So, Stella's my dog. And then we're just going to wrap it around, friends. I'm trying to keep my finger in the center so that everything goes around. We're just going to put a little bit of glue round and round and round. Round and round and round. That's all we're going to do. Nothing. I mean, it's not rocket science yet. Keep it going. Just There we go. And you don't have to put the glue all the way around if you don't want to. I mean, you can. I'm just putting it to where it'll stay on there. Try not to get so much on there where it squeezes out between the rope. If you're going to sell it, that does not look good. And I promise you, people notice it. As we keep going here. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So glad to see you all. I'm the guy, like, woo! I bought some loose leaf tea. I love tea, and I love hot tea. I don't know, I don't know if there's any, like, English in my ancestry or what. Have no clue. But I love loose leaf tea, and I love, you know, just the thought of tea time. So I went to Asheville, North Carolina yesterday. It's only about maybe 45 minutes. You know, I can be in downtown shopping in just a few minutes. So I went across the mountain, over the mountain, they say, yesterday, to my little favorite store where you can get loose leaf tea called the Spice and Tea Exchange. I didn't even know it was there. The last time I saw it was in Knoxville. So I found it in Asheville, and I was really excited. So I spent way too much money at the loose leaf tea store, and I am flying high because I have 2 cups today, and I'm like, woo, let's do this, people. So if I'm a little jittery, that might be why. Might be all the caffeine in my black blueberry loose leaf tea. It is so good, though. Y'all like loose leaf tea? Do y'all like brewing your own? You're a tea toddler also? I love tea. Hot tea, yes. I like iced tea, sweet tea, hot tea. All right. We're just keep on a twirling. See how pretty it looks? I think it's looking pretty. I love the way these, just the plain old rope looks. I'm so into this rope lately. Have y'all noticed I've made a lot of projects with rope? Why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I got some extra jitters going on tonight. So if I, you know, have some squirrel moments and I'm like, woo, 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 that's just because of the caffeine. Now in about an hour, I will probably be like, okay guys, I'm done with this. Y'all have a great night. I'll crash really hard. All right, now as we're starting to go around the side, we're just gonna, you know, put some glue around the side. We're going to try and tuck it kind of under our piece here. Keep on going. Just putting a bunch of glue here. As we go round and round and round. Ouch, I just stuck my finger on it. And yes, you have to do the sides on these as well. If you don't, people are going to look at the side of your flower and see it. So don't be lazy. Do the side. Do the side, my friends. Do the side. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sprinkling me. Hi, Mama Jean. All right. Here we go. All right. Now, I cannot get this piece off, and that is not pretty, so I'm cutting it off. I know that's wasteful, but hey, I ain't got time. Nobody got time for that tape today. So here we're going on our second pack of rope. It normally takes about 1.5, 2 for the rope here. And I'm going to take the tape off again. Oh, this one doesn't have as much. That's awesome. That one came right off. See, sometimes it works beautifully. Sometimes it does not. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is continue exactly where I left off. Putting a bunch of glue there. Try to get it up as close as I can. Squish it down a little bit. And put just a little bit of glue in between to keep the phrase down here. said don't get it in between, but this is what the time when you want it there. All right, and another glue stick. Hey, Miss Ruth. Hi, Michelle. Hello, everybody. So, Miss Donna, if you ever are out and about and you have a spice and tea exchange near you, they have some amazing loose leaf teas. They have one called Confetti Tea Cake, black tea, that I'm waiting to try. I can't wait to try it. It's supposed to be a good, sweet, like birthday cake. I'm like, birthday cake tea? Yes. Give me 2 ounces of that, please. I ended up spending way too much money, but I'll at least have a lot of tea. I find that I get so sleepy in the afternoons, and coffee anymore just makes, I can go right, I've always been that way though. I can drink coffee in the morning and go right back to bed. And matter of fact, sometimes I have been known to wake up in the middle of the night and drink a cup of coffee to go back to sleep. I know that that sounds crazy, but it is very, very true. I don't know why. It just happens. I might be a little ADHD. I might be a little OCD. Who knows? I might be a little crazy, friends. Okay, now that we've come to the end, let's just chop this off a little bit. Oh, got glue in my scissors. That's all right. Okay, here we are. Here is our center, friends. Ta-da! What you think? Yes, no, maybe so, Marianne, you crazy? And, okay, so it officially takes 1.5, maybe not even a half, maybe a fourth pack of our rope. So there we go. There's that part. Now, let's put our back on it. So grab yourself a U-pin. And this is what I mean by a U-pin. Okay? These little, why can I not deal with this camera now? Okay. These little pins that are shaped like a U, they're floral pins or what they're called also. Okay, grab yourself one of those. And you're going to need a chenille stem. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half and put my 2 fingers here. And I'm going to make kind of a U shape with my floral pin, or with my chenille stem. I'm going to turn it over. And I am going to thread my floral pin in at an angle, okay? Right in the middle of our center here, okay? I'm going to make sure it's in the center, because just pushing it down in my foam a little bit better, okay? Make sure it's not poking out. It's not. That's why you do it at an angle, okay? And then I'm going to kill it with some hot glue. And I mean kill it. Ta-da! All right. Now, there is our center. I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to get started on our actual project. Center is done. Okay. Leave it sticking up. There we go. Let me clean up just a bit. Yep. Back to where we need to go. All right, here are some rubber bands. I'm using those because I was pre-making petals. I didn't get to pre-make all of them, so sorry about that. We're going to have to make, we've got a lot of petals to make, but that's okay. I'm going to show you how it works. So here's where, put this pin up before I drop it on the floor. Questions about the center. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Anybody have any questions about how you make the center? You basically grab yourself a piece of this foam and wrap rope around it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? No big deal. All right, and then when you're done, take a U-pin and a chenille stem, put it on the back, and let it dry. It's exactly how we've done it, okay? And I don't know if you can see because it's so down on it, but here's what it looks like from the side. Here's what it looks like from the front. Okay? Ropes from the Dollar Tree. So are the floral centers. Okay, so again, here comes our handy dandy beautiful bandana, okay? Now this thing is 22 inches. It is Mac Daddy. Now we know that we don't need a Mac Daddy petal, right? So how in the heck are we going to get it to be small and in a triangle shape, right? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to use the natural lines here. So see how this is a natural line? And we're going to fold it in half, okay? Or if you want to, you can use the natural line this way, fold it in half this way, if it makes you feel better, all right? Now, disclaimer, before we start this, please, please, when you use your iron, do not, I repeat, do not use it on your mat. If you use it on your mat, you will destroy it. So make sure you have a towel underneath or a piece of glass or something underneath to protect your mat, because if you don't, you're going to warp your mat and have to buy another one, okay? Even though, yes, they're self-healing, blah, 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 just, you know, heat and this mat does not get along. So heat up your iron and make sure that you have something underneath to protect your mat. And then I'm just matching the corners here, okay, to make sure that they are really even, because, you know, I'm sure these came from China and whomever packed them cannot fold, you know. So, and me being OCD, I'm going to have to fix that, okay. So here I've got it a little right. I'm going to grab my iron and I'm going to make my crease. This will help you as you move forward. So I'm just going to make my crease. I've got everything matched, and I've just folded it in half. Okay? All I've done. And I am ironing on this glass caterpillar board. I love this thing. I've had it forever. It was rather expensive, but it has been worth every single dime. Gosh, I think I've had it for a while. Okay, now that we have a pretty little... that scares me. Okay, now that we have our crease up here, it's not very good, we're going to open it up again. All right, and you can see our crease is really pretty. That's going to mark our middle. Now we're going to take our heat bond, I guess is what we're going to call it. Sticky stuff is what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to put it, maybe we'll take about this much, okay? So I'm going to cut some of this off here. Okay. So here we are. I cut this much off. You don't need a lot of it. You just need it to where it sticks the middle together, okay? Because you kind of still want the look of the bandana, so you don't want to like cover the whole thing. Plus, this stuff is not cheap, so you know you don't want to use a whole page. That's just a waste of material. So anyway, I've cut it till about there's maybe a ½ inch, and as you can tell, it's not even where I've been playing with it. And I'm going to cut this in half, because again. So here we go. I'm just going to cut it in half. Long ways. Vertically, I guess would be the right term. Okay? And it doesn't have to look pretty. Nobody's going to see this. And then for the heat bond, I'm using the side that says heat bond purposefully. Okay? Make sure that when you do this, that you have the paper side up. And you want the sticky part to go down on what you're ironing, okay? So this, paper up, and then all you're going to do is iron it a little bit to where it sticks on there. And again, make sure you're not ironing directly on your mat. Okay, so it doesn't take very long, just a few seconds. Hello, everybody. Hi, Miss Kelly. Welcome. All right, we're going to scoop my rubber band over. And it might stick to your glass, but that's okay. All right. Just make sure that it's stuck onto the bandana. It doesn't take very long. You can tell when it's actually sticky. It'll stick to the glass. It'll have pieces of water here. Do not use steam. The directions say that please do not use steam. All right, now for the next part, when you think that you've got it on there really good, then take a minute, take a drink of your water, give it a chance to actually sit up. So I've taken a drink of water. All right, should have plenty of time. And then all you're going to do is peel the top off of it. I'm going to start down here in the bottom. So, come on. Okay, there we go. I'm just peeling it off. And as you can you see the shiny where it ironed on the sticky stuff? So there we go. There's that. Now you're going to say, dear Lord, Marianne, this is a lot to make a petal. But if you think about it, even when you use that's not going to matter. We're going to leave that. Even when you use poly burlap, you still have to cut it so it doesn't fray, measure it all out. So this is actually the same amount of steps. So just wanted to point that out. Okay, now you're just going to fold it back over with your crease. This is another reason why we got the crease. Okay, and then iron it down. And again, this doesn't take much either. Why have I got water coming out of this little iron? Doesn't take but just a few seconds, and it sticks to it nicely. And you can tell the difference immediately. And it makes it just stiff enough so that you have a petal. And I'll show you how we're doing that. So here we go. This is our, I guess we're on step 3. Step 1 was the, make your crease in the middle. Step 2 was to put your heat bond on there. This is step 3, was to seal the other part. So here we go. That looks good. Okay, now see, if I pick it up, it's got some like almost paper to it. It's not as flimsy anymore. That's why we did this. Now, we're going to make 4 petals out of this one bandana. So I'm going to fold it again. Okay, don't iron this. If you do, you're going to stick everything together. Not a good thing. Do not iron it. After you iron it from here, you are done with your ironing, okay? After you iron it this way, don't iron it again. Leave it alone. All we're doing now is just making 4 petals out of it. All right, so fold it in half, long ways again. Cut down your seam. You can even hear that it sounds like paper, right? Okay. And there are, now you have 2 pieces, correct? Here's our next one. We're going to fold up in a triangle, okay? And you want to pay attention to the way your pattern goes, all right? So these would be our serged edges if we were using poly burlap, right? These serged edges, see what I mean? Our factory edges where it's sewn, not where we've cut or folded, okay? But where it's actually sewn. If you follow this same step every time, you'll have the same looking petal, okay? You'll have the same direction. So we're going to take our edge here, pull it up so that our pattern, make a triangle, okay? So that our pattern looks like this. See, we have this stripe here of our paisley, and then we have our little single paisleys down here, okay? We have our serged edge on our left-hand side, all right? Cool? All right. So now, let's cut our triangle. Super easy, and they don't have to be perfect, but you see how they match? So there's 2, and see how they're fused together and we don't have to do any work? That's why. And it makes it thicker, it makes them stiffer. It makes it almost the thickness of poly burlap, almost. So there's 1 petal, 2 petal. Here's our next one, okay? Again, we're going to make sure the serged edge is on our left, all right, in our diamond shape. We're going to pull this up, okay, make it a triangle. Make sure that our paisley is going the right way. Our single paisley is down here on the right, okay? And then we're going to cut our triangle, okay? Now you could, if you wanted to, start your petal like right here. That would be no problem whatsoever. But you're going to have a really thick really thick and really large petal. All right. I mean, if you wanted to, no problem. You totally could. You could start squishing right there. But there's no need to. All right. So there's our 4 petals out of 1 bandana, right? Yay. Here we go. And see how they're all the same. How they all have the serged edges on the left. If you don't pay attention to that, you end up with this. Look what Marianne did earlier. See how that's going to make a really funky petal? That ain't right. Sorry. Screwed that one up. See how I screwed it up? Now, if you wanted to, you could make it this way. But the point is that if you're going to do it this way, all of them would have to be this way. That makes sense? Hi, well, no problem. We're all good. You can always watch the replay. So make sure that if you're going to do this, that you pick a pattern and you stick with it, okay? So I've chosen that I want all of mine to look like this, okay? So there you go. Just a little warning from me to you. And here's what it looks like if you don't put the Sure Bonder in it. I also wanted to try, Sure Bonder, that's the name of my glue gun. If you don't put the heat bond stuff, is what I'm trying to say. If you don't put this stuff and you cut it, then you've got this flimsy, look at this. That's not going to do anything for us. That's not going to help us. That's not going to make a petal. Look, when we make this petal, look at this pitiful thing. First off, it's too huge. And second, it's going to flop around. That looks terrible. There's nothing we can do with that. All right? So that's why we're using the bond. Okay, now, back to our process. So now that we have all of our petals cut out and ready to go, now we're going to fold them. And now it's just Dean Michael, guys. Just Dean Michael. Find your middle, okay? Find your middle, and then scrunch on both sides, okay? Give you a key. If you keep this straight, you'll have a pretty Dean Michael petal. Now, this is not easy to scrunch. And it's kind of weird scrunching fabric, but hey, you get used to it, all right? And then you kind of have to use your other fingers here on this side. So scrunch on this side, scrunch, scrunch, and scrunch. All right. And there's our Dean Michael petal out of our bandana. Ta-da! Let's put a rubber band on it. We'll make another one. Well, if I don't break. Friends, don't use your teeth. I guess it's do as I say, not as I do. You could use a clip here. That would be awesome as well. But rubber band works just as well. But see what a pretty stiff petal we have? Look, it doesn't flop, doesn't move. There we go. There's this petal. We'll put it in the board here in just a second. Let's do another one. Just picking one. All right, here we go. We've got it turned this way because it's already cut this way. And again, here it's thick enough because there are two. We've fused it together, right? Nothing's going to come apart. We're going to find our center and scrunch it, okay? And then we're just going to scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. All right, now you might have to fold it up here as well to get a pretty petal and to keep this line straight, okay? Scrunch, 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 scrunch. How many bandanas did I use? That's a good question. 8. So far there are 8 bandanas. Well, counting the one we just did, 9. 9 bandanas, and you get 4 petals out of each bandana. So that gives you, what's 9 times 4? 36, right? So you're going to need 32 to go on your board. So you're going to need at least 8. And you can get them for $2. If you don't get them on Amazon like I did, in a big old huge pack, hold on, I'll show you the pack here in just a second, then you can get them at Walmart for $1.25. Because I have some red, white, and blue ones that I thought if this worked, we might do. So there's our next petal. Let me see. But I got them in this big old huge bag. And it says, this is a set, do not separate. But, you know, this came from Amazon. There's 10 in these. So I got bunch of them for 20 bucks. I'm thinking it was 50. How many does it say? No, 36 pieces. Yeah, 36 pieces, which you don't need that many. But, hey, you know, we might make a few. And I've got a festival coming up that we might make more. So anyway, here we go again. Dean Michael petal. We just keep on going. So here we go. Scrunching up our... And some of these are going to be unruly. Just make sure you keep your line down here straight. And you'll have a pretty Dean Michael petal every time. Okay? So did I answer that question? So 8 bandanas. So if you get them at Walmart for $1.25, it's going to cost you about $10 for your bandanas. Maybe 12, depending on taxes in your area. I don't know, whatever $1.25 is times 8. It should be about 10. Or if you get them on Amazon, you can get a bunch for... And again, please don't use your teeth to open your bandana. All right, there's that one. Keep on going. Find your middle. Make your petal. Keep this side straight. Scrunch in. One. Hi. Hi, Miss Bradley. How you doing today? All right. I hope I'm seeing everybody's comments. If I miss you, you know, just post it again. All right, here's our next one. Okay. Grab a rubber band. Okay. Now, let's start putting these puppies in the board and see what it looks like. That's the only thing I haven't done is put them in the board to see what it looks like. So again, here is our large flower board. You could also use the small flower board. I don't see any reason why not, because they're stiff enough. See, they're stiff enough. Look, if we did not have that fuser and fuse two of these together, let's make a petal just for comparison, just so I can show you why that fusing stuff. Okay, so look at our petal. It's wavy. I don't like it. So if you do, as long as you use that stuff, you can use the large board, small board, whatever board you want to. But tonight I'm using the large flower board. Okay, and you can start anywhere you want to. Here's our top. Here's our hanging hole. Doesn't really matter, but I'm going to start there just for sake of starting there. Okay, just put it in, and here we go. Now for row 5, which is this row here, you're going to need 16 petals because there are 16 sets on row 5. Row 3 and row 4, there are only 8. And that's as far as we've gone. We've gone 5, 3, 4. So, just saying. That you'll need a total of, 16 times, or 8 times 3 is 24, right? 24 petals, so you should have plenty with 8 bandanas. So if you get 4 to a bandana, I don't know, I suck at math, guys. You'll have to help me. Alright, and I'm just putting them in here, no rhyme or reason, just trying to make sure that they're all looking pretty. And again, you know, you might say, gosh, Marianne, that's a lot of work ironing. But actually, you know, you're going to do that much work with poly burlap. So making sure it doesn't fray and cutting it all out. And this, actually, using this iron is kind of fun, if you ask me. Another thing the bonding stuff will do is keep the edges from fraying. Keep it from looking so bad where you've cut it. Right here, see how the fray is? Of course, that side we didn't do, but it'll keep it from fraying on this side. If you didn't even see that, fraying on this side, okay? And I have some of these made, so let's see if we can motor along here. I'm just laying them on top of each other. I am doing good. Hi, Miss Wendy. How are you? Oh, look how pretty that one is. That one turned out perfect. I want to put that one closer to the front. I'm going to save that one so we can see it because these will probably be covered. And that one was probably one I made in a hurry. But now, do you see what I mean about how folding them matters? See how all of the edges are the same? See what I mean? Like how you have all of your serged edges or factory edges on the outside. That one is a little funky. I don't know why, but it's okay. We're going to leave it. You can always take it out as we go back. And all we're doing is we're throwing petals in here, making sure they match so we don't have a funky sunflower on the outside. You know, making sure our tips are all the same all the way around. I don't want to have one petal in further than the other. Wow, Miss Hill, you are fine. It's okay. That's why there's replay. You can always watch the replay. No big deal. Look how pretty that one is too. We're going to save that one for the front as well. This one, however, is going in here. And I kind of like also how the zip tie doesn't squish the part. You know what I mean? It doesn't squish the actual fold, if that makes sense. I'm loving that stuff. I'm going to have to figure out what else I can play with. That fabric fuser. I'm going to have to quit calling it Sure Bonder. I don't know. Because that's the name of my glue gun. Look how pretty that one is too. Probably should have saved that one. Okay. That one we're definitely saving. That one we're saving. Let's put this in here. Okay. That one went a little funky, but that's okay. We'll have something laying on top of this, and no big deal there. That one's beautiful. This one's a little weird. There goes Stella. It's been a gorgeous day today, and she has been nuts. I don't know if she's got cabin fever or what. Probably cabin fever, I would say. Okay. Pushing it to the side, as I just said. I like how it keeps it in shape. Now they've started pushing it to the side, so. But it still looks like a good petal, and that will be covered because we're going to go in with the next batch. So we'll just keep going. Keep going. And it's a little odd. These are a little odd at first to fold. So it kind of takes you a minute to get used to them. Just going around putting petals in, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing big. I'm putting all the ones that I don't think are absolutely perfect on the outside. Because I want the pretty ones that'll show in the center here. Oh, we got one more. Almost said last one. I want to save that one too. So let's make another one. Let's make some more here, friends. We're going to have to make some more because I didn't have that many made up, unfortunately. So here we go again. Just gonna make us a Dean Michael. Hello, everyone. The petals are made of bandanas. It's a bandana. They're made of this, bandana. Da, da, da. We just cut it up. Okay, here we go again. We're gonna scrunch in the middle. We're gonna try and keep this line straight, okay? So we're probably gonna have to use the entire petal, use all of our hand. Scrunch this one, scrunch this one, scrunch this one, scrunch here. Same thing on the back side. Use our entire hand. Scrunch the entire thing up, probably. That might make a prettier petal because it is kind of stiff where we use the stuff. Kind of looks like a fan, doesn't it? There's that one. You get better at it as you go. You know what? I didn't even need that rubber band. I'm gonna put it in here. Cut this little string off. Lay our petal in here. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I hope you guys can find some bandanas and make one for yourself. I've got one, got red, white, and blue in my brain, but I wanted to try this one first. I saw it, I've been seeing it on YouTube and all over Pinterest, and I was like, why are people putting that on the wire frames? It would be so much easier on a board. So we're going to see how it turns out. And they were letting them just flop around. My OCD couldn't handle it. I was like, people, hold on. Let me show you how to do this. That was not, that wasn't high and mighty at all, was it? Lord. Oh, sorry, Lord, help my poor soul there for being prideful. All right, here we go. Just moving along here. Not that their way was wrong. I don't want to say that. Their way was not wrong. But, matter of fact, their way actually gave you the inspiration. So, they did a great job for what they were using. Darn. Breaking. Oh, I don't need that. Habit of putting in a rubber band. And we don't need it because we're putting it directly in the board. Da, 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 da. Okay. Under. That's our pattern. All right. Okay. Now let's start. I'm going to keep those for our actual center. So let's make some more. We just need, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we have perfect 8 for row 3. So let's make those here, and we'll make 8 more here. Shouldn't take us very long. Any questions so far? How did I cut it? I folded it in half. Hold on just a second. I'm taking off. How did I cut it? I put my bonder. I put my bonder on one side. I made my crease. Put my bonder here. You know what? We'll make another one here in just a second. So hold on to that thought. Let's do some of these Dean Michaels. Hold that thought. We'll make another one here in just a second. So I'm going to scrunch down the middle. This feels like 2. It is not good. All right, we're going to scrunch in the middle. Find our middle. We're going to keep our line straight here. So 1. If you're a counter. And again, you might have to use your entire hand and scrunch the whole petal up for this because you've got that thick stuff in there to make it stiff. So that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's our petal. And now we're starting on our next row. So here we go. Sticking them down in there. And then here we go, one more. So we're gonna scrunch up the middle, okay? There we go. Make sure this is in the middle. Keep our line straight. Use your whole hand if you have to. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch for your Dean Michael petal. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. This looks more like a fan than a Dean Michael petal, but that's okay. We're using the Dean Michael technique. All right, here we go. Sticking it in our next one here. Chopping it off. Yeah. All right, so let's do it. Might as well make another one while we've got it. Okay, so here's our bandana, right? Okay, here's our bandana. Okay, and here's its natural line in the middle. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it like that. Then I'm going to take my iron, and again, I'm going to say it again so that way you all don't damage your equipment. Do not iron on your self-healing mat. It is not good for it. It will damage it, so please don't do it. So I'm going to match my ends here, and whomever folded these didn't do a good job for someone with OCD like me. So I'm going to grab my iron. Ow! Spray. Okay, and then I'm going to make my own crease here. And that's all I'm doing, making a crease. I'm not doing anything extra special, just making a crease so that my petals will be even. There we go. And I am ironing on my Caterpillar tempered glass so it doesn't hurt mat here. Okay, so I've ironed it down the middle just to make myself a crease and a kind of a guideline. Okay, next thing we're going to do, oh yeah, did she? Next thing we're going to do is we are going to open it up and we are going to put some of this backing or fusing in the middle, okay? Again, you don't need much, but you want the paper side up. I've cut it from this roll, all right? So figure out how much you need. Cut it from the roll, and then I've just cut this piece in half and come up with this, okay? Put the paper side up so that you have the sticky side going onto your project here, okay? And then just iron it on. It just takes a few seconds. You'll know when it's actually fused. And this is going to make your petal stiff. And that way it's not floppy, flopping around. It's going to help it keep its shape. Okay, now you can tell that it's stuck, or that it's actually, there we go, that it's actually fused to your project. Give it a second, take a drink of water. That's how I've timed it there. So I've taken a drink of water, and now I'm going to peel the paper off. Throw the paper away. And you can fold up, fold down. It's stuck to my glass. I'm going to fold up to make sure I have everything the right way. And then now I'm just going to take my iron again and fuse them together. As I pour the steam out of my iron. You don't need steam, but when you're rough with stuff like I am, it comes out. I'm not using steam, but the water's coming out. And just make sure you've got them all. It's fused together. going to do is I'm going to fold it in half this way, okay? I'm finished ironing. Not going to iron anything else. I'm going to cut it down my fold here. And that gives me 2 pieces, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of those 2 pieces and I'm going to keep my serged edge on the left. I'm going to turn it like a diamond shape, just like I would had I been using 10-inch polyburlap, okay? Turn it into a diamond shape, my serged edge on the left, because I want this same pattern all the way through my project, right? So I'm going to fold it in a diamond, okay? And it doesn't have to be perfect, or fold it in a triangle, not a diamond. Doesn't have to be perfect, okay? And then I'm going to cut these right down my fold here. You can hear the paper, or hear the fusing stuff. So there's 2. Same thing with this one. I'm going to make sure my serged edge is up here on the left. I'm going to fold it up into a triangle. Okay. And then I'm going to cut it right down my line here. And this side doesn't have to be perfect because this is the side that we're putting in the board, so yeah, no. Okay. And voila, there are 4 petals. So let's put them in the board here. And then I am going to take this piece, turn it like this, find my center, make sure to keep my edge straight on this side, and I'm going to scrunch here, scrunch, 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 almost make a fan, scrunch, 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 and then you can actually put a rubber band on it if you want to, if you're pre-making these, but I'm just going to put it directly in the board. So here we go. Whoop, wrong way. There we go. Alright, moving right along, here's our next one. Why, thank you, Miss Lewis. I got it on Amazon. It's called Gold. It's almost an orange. It's really pretty. The yellow was almost neon, so I didn't. I was like, maybe we shouldn't do neon. I didn't know if this, heat and bond was going to work. But I had to have some way to keep the petals a little stiffer than just flopping around. And as you can see, it works pretty well. It's not so thick you can't manipulate it, but it's not so flimsy that it's going to lose its shape on the board. So. There's our little fan or petal. Throw it in the board. Okay, 3 more and then I have the rest of them made. So here we go. Is that right? Yeah. That looked weird for just a minute for some reason, but it's right. There's our pattern. Okay, scrunch up the middle. I'm going to keep going here. Scrunch up the middle. Whoop. How many do you need? Give me just a minute to answer that, because you have 16 on row 5, and if one bandana makes 4, then, let's see. I'm thinking about 8. I'm thinking you need 8 bandanas. So, we'll see. We'll see when we get done. We'll count them, for sure. That one looks bad. I can't turn it over, though. I'll figure it out in a minute. When we get finished, we might take a few of these out and redo them. Or then again, we might replace them. Super easy, super easy. Okay, sorry guys, as I reach over, I put my bandanas way out of reach. Here we go. You know, you could even do black, since the paisley outline is black, you could even do a black bling rope for the center, and it would be really pretty. All right, there's that one. And one more before we start putting the remainder of them in. Did I just get one? I did. Good. Okay, so here we go. You're welcome, dear. You are welcome. I can actually see comments tonight. Good night, Miss Bradley. No problem, hon. I can actually see comments tonight, so I can actually talk to you. Hallelujah, right? Marianne's not having some kind of trouble. Everybody watch out. Pigs might be flying tomorrow. Well, I shouldn't say that. We're not over. It's not over yet. Not over yet, so. Okay. All right, now let's put our beautiful, perfect ones in that I held back. And then we can put our center in, and we are done with our bandanery. Oh, we need a hanger. What do you guys think about the fusing idea? The fusing agent there. Think it was a good idea? I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when we're done here. Because I was thinking to myself, there's got to be a way to make them, you know, make the bandana pattern stand up and be, you know, be a little stiffer than just having flimsy bandanas on here, right? Okay. I tried spray starch too, and that didn't work either. It just made them, and they were still just fabric. So, just to let you know, if you thought about that, then that's not going to work either. I tried it. Try it, friends. All right. Almost there, friends. And again, I got these bandanas from Amazon in a massive pack for like 20 bucks. And I probably could make a trillion. Well, I don't know. We're going to count them here in just a second and see how many we actually used. I want to see if the center covers everything or if we need a few more in the center here. That's what we're waiting on. Or that's what I'm waiting on. I didn't worry about being 10 by 10. I'll just maybe use my method. I didn't measure them. Okay, there's our flower. Let's throw here's our center. So let's put our center down here. I'm just going to stick it down the middle 2 holes and hope it covers. If not, we'll put a few more petals in there. Is it going to cover? Ha ha ha! It is. Yes! Okay. Turn it over. And I'm going to do it like that. Do I have everything hot out of my way so that when I come up, I don't burn myself to death? Let's see. I'm just going to stick those down in here for now. I'll cut them in just a second. Cut them in a minute, friends. Cut them in a minute. Let's get a hanging hole on here. A hanging hole. A hanging... Y'all know what I mean. Let's get a hanger on. Let's get a hanger on this puppy. Where's my top here? Where am I? Ah, looky there. That was close. Putting my jute in for my hanger. Maybe. I can get a hold of it. There we go. Okay. Tying my knots. Bring you up and we're going to look at it, but so far I really like it. I think it turned out well, and I love that the petals are stiff and they're not floppy or crazy. So that one is going to have to be fixed. 1 second, let me pull you up and we'll chit chat and I will let you go. So that's awesome. We did that 1 hour and 15 minutes. Of course, I ran my mouth for a lot of it. Here we are, friends and family. It's me again. Marianne, can you see me? I think you can see me well if I do it this way. There we are. You can. All right. Here we go. This is our sunflower. I'll move it a little closer. What do you think? What do you guys think? I love it. I think it's pretty. Did you back the fabric? I put, you'll have to watch the replay. I put fusing in it. I fused it together. So you'll see what I did. But I love it. I think it's great. Yay! So, there you are, everybody. Thank you all for joining me. Yay! Awesome. I will probably take this to the festival. This will probably be a big hit at the festival. Now, I really wouldn't hang it outside. I would hang it in between 2 doors, or I would hang it under an overhang somehow. I would not hang it outside because who knows what the, I don't know. I might try and see what happens to it before I make another one to sell. But anyway, here's what it looks like, everybody. Questions, comments, and concerns? Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Y'all take it and run with it. Take it and run with it. Really simple. Like I said, I stole it from that Southern girl and the Pinterest, and they were trying to do it on actual wreath forms. I was like, no, let's see if we can't do it on the board. It'd be much easier. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Next week, this will be our last live for 2024's Made by Marianne Marching On series. Well, no, just for the month of March, it'll be our last one. Because next week is Easter, and I will be celebrating Resurrection Day with my family. I hope that you all are celebrating Resurrection Day with your family as well. So we'll pick this back up the first full weekend in April. For our 2024's Made by Marianne April edition. I don't know what we're going to call it just yet. We called March Marching On, but hey, well, I'm sure we'll come up with something awesome for April. Anyway, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if there's anything you need, just hit me up with a message. If I don't answer you within 48 hours, please message me back. I will definitely answer you. I don't mind one bit to help anybody out. I promise you I don't. All right. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you have an amazing Easter week. He is risen. I thank you again. Tonight it was made by Marianne. Tomorrow it might be made by you. Good night, everybody.